Good morning, Rabbi Peretz.
Good morning, Angelique.
So I have a personal question. The last year I heard the blowing of the shofar, and that really touches my heart. And that brings me to the question, even though Noahides have no obligation to listen to the shofar, is there any benefit for a Noahide when they listen to the blowing of the shofar?
Thank you for your question, Angelique. So I'm holding here in my hand a shofar, okay, which is a horn of a goat, and let's do the experience before we explain. Let's do the experience first. I'll do a tekiah, shvarim, truah, tekiah. There are three sounds, which is a long blast, 3 short blasts, and then which is called the shvarim, and then there's a sequence of 10 little blasts, which is called the truah. Okay, these are the 3 sounds of the shofar. We do a sequence of 3 sequences. I'll do just the first one this time. Okay, let's see if we can hear it clearly. Okay, so this is the first line. B'ezrat Hashem, next time we'll do maybe a second line, and then a third time we'll do the third line. We'll do the complete sequence, B'ezrat Hashem. Now let us try to meditate for a few moments on the pertinence of a Noahide listening to a shofar. The kavanah, the intention that I have when I blow the shofar, as the moment as I was doing it, and you understand, on Rosh HaShana we go around and we blow the shofar for the 48 hours constantly to everybody in the street, etc. Here in Israel, like all day long, we go with the kids and we blow the shofar in the streets all day long. So we Hasidim have the tradition also to blow the shofar throughout the 30 days of Elul to awaken the soul to improve itself. Shofar comes from the root word of leshaper, or shipur, which means to improve. And this is the time of the year that we have to spend a little bit of time thinking about improving ourselves, Jews and Noahides alike. When we blow the shofar, the first tekiah, the first blast of the shofar, reminds the sound of a baby crying. When he's crying, wah, and it's a long sound. When his mom is not there, he cries a long sound. And then there's a second sound, the shvarim, which is shavu, which is a broke sound, which is tu, is when the baby is getting to that point where he's already crying for 2-3 minutes, when the soul within us is already crying for already a while and says, why is my life not improving? Why don't I have the divine blessing? And the soul really starts crying from a depth, like, when is it going to be, right? And then there's even a deeper sound, which is the truah, which is the 10 little blasts, which is like it's like when a baby almost cannot emit a sound, because the breath, the air is very essential. Sound is expression. It's when the person can still express a pain, a suffering of not being at the measure of that he has seen, or the dream that he has for himself to fulfill. But when it comes, the third sound is really when it's really far, when the pain is so deep that almost no sound can come out. That's why it's really broken down. So that's the point where a soul is really at the point of not knowing if it ever is going to be possible in life to really become that person that we dreamt when we were kids. We all wanted to be firefighters. We wanted all to be policemen and to be doctors and teachers, right? When we reach a certain point in our life, did we become what I wanted to become? So these days of Elul, and especially a Noahide can, even throughout the days of Elul, go to a closed shul and hear the shofar, and especially on Rosh HaShana, it is relevant for Noahides to hear the shofar. It is, of course, not a commandment like it is for a Jew. Okay, Lishmo kol shofar, it's a commandment for a Jew. He has that obligation to go to shul on the 2 days of Rosh Hashanah to hear the 100 blasts of the shofar. It's an obligation for him. Okay, it's like a person needs to eat, that he cannot. It's an obligation for a Jew. It's a mitzvah. For Noahide, it's not a commandment, but it is an opportunity. An opportunity, and if, like in your case, Angelique, it touches your heart and you truly meditate, and you understand the meaning that the shofar is to leshaper et ma'asecha, tiku b'chodesh shofar, you will set profound in your personality, in your understanding, that the way to serve God, the way to serve the King, Melech Malchei Amlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu, is to constantly improve ourselves. To constantly, we will fall and then we will rise again. And a new year is a new opportunity to rise above and beyond that which we did the last year. The shofar is supposed to awaken us. And there is this shofar, the normal shofar, and then there is the shofar HaGadol, that Hashem is going to blow himself on the days of redemption. And the great shofar is when also the Noahides will hear it. And it might be by hearing literally, physically, the shofar on shul, and it will awaken the great shofar. Most of the time, it might be synchronized, but it might be also be the awakening from on below, to know how far distant I was from the Melech, from the King, and we awaken. We hear the shofar by saying to ourselves, like the spirit of the pandemics, etc. It squeezed everybody into the essential aspect of life. What am I here for? Why did I come to do in this world? If not to serve HaKadosh Baruch Hu and to be in a relationship, and that's the only thing that truly means something in our world. So the shofar, it's that we are ready to now sacrifice physical things of this world, our physical constant needs, and to consecrate half an hour to study throughout this month of Elul, 10 minutes to daven, give €2 to a person in the street. Stop thinking, should I give him, should I not give him? What is he going to do with the money? Is he going to buy alcohol? It's not good for him. That's not what you were asked for. Give him the €2. Tzedakah, matzil min hamavet. Tzedakah, throughout this month, we want the 13 attributes of mercy to shine upon us. We give charity. Tzedakah is the revelation of the Shem Havaya, as the shofar is the revelation of the Shem Havaya. That tainug, the delight of being including once more in that initial primordial light that shines within every single one of us, Jews and Noahides. The Shem Havaya is the Yud. The first Yud is that coin, the little coin. And then the first Hey is the hand of the one that gives. The Vav is the Amshacha, the connection. Give it with a smiling face. Give it with a beautiful countenance. Give it with knowing that if Hashem created the opportunity, and then there's the second Hey, which is the hand of the one that receives, and we should live constantly in such a way that if Hashem was merciful for us at every single moment of our existence, so too we should be with all those around us and enter a new and sweet year. B'ezrat Hashem, sheyeh lanu shana tova umetuka b'simcha u'betuv levav. And may we reach soon Jerusalem, all of us together, to celebrate Sukkot. I'm impatient for that already. Then we may sound the drums and the music, and we will dance for 7 days, B'ezrat Hashem. And God willing, it's going to be the beginning of a new chapter in the experience of humanity.
Thank you for your answer. I like the word opportunity, so that's really good. Thank you.
B'simcha gdola.
next week, next question.
B'ezrat Hashem.